Welcome back to Arcanum with mods. We're about to embark to the Isle of Despair. I'm a little hesitant because you can only visit the island once. Once you finish your business there and leave, there's no going back. So I wanted to make sure I'm properly prepared. Ahoy there, lassie. What can old Teach do you for? Good to see you again, Captain Teach. Have you a moment? Of course, lassie. What can you tell me of Ashbury? Ashbury. Not much to say about her. Another port, another town. A good place for a sailor to lay his head or get drunk. That was inspiring. Another question. Let's talk about your business, Captain. What you be wanting to know? Tell me about your boat. My boat? There's nothing I'd rather talk about. Her name is the Gypsy Shadow, and there ain't ever been a more perfect piece of shipwork done sailed Arcanum seas. Where did you get her? The Gypsy. That's quite a tale, missy, and not one I just tell to anyone. I understand. You can trust me. No offense, lassie, but there ain't many I tell that tale to, and I'm just not too sure about you. Okay, sure. What cities do you sail to? Depending on what I happen to be doing, I'll sail just about anywhere. Anywhere's got a port or a place to land, anyways. Blackroot, Tarrant, Caledon, I've been to 'em all, and business takes me to all of them. Tell me about some of the things you've seen and done. Seen and done. Old Teach has done quite a lot, missy, and not all of it got good and sugary. What you be wanting to know? Where's the most beautiful place you ever seen? The most beautiful place? Well, I'd have to say it was the Lost Lagoons in the Islands of the Weeping Maidens. Lassie, the waters there are so clear, you'd be thinking to walk on blue sand. And the fish there are clear as glass, and change color depending on their mood, and trees got more fruit than leaves, and the birds sing songs that make even an old pirate cry. Amazing. And the greatest adventure you've ever been on? The greatest adventure. Well, once I hired the gypsy out to none other than Franklin Payne himself, the greatest adventurer in all of Arcanum. I dispute that. Bloody madman he is, but full of life and laughter. And hang me if there's a scared bone in that man's body. Where did you go with Mr. Payne? Well, we sailed west to Serpent Spine, where sharks are as big as boats and the islands are mountains that spew rocks and fire. And there I saw Franklin Payne fight three fire giants with a broken sword, and laughing the whole time. And after he scared them off, he took one of their fire gems, which they say holds strange powers. Sounds exciting. And the furthest you've ever sailed? The furthest I ever sailed. That's easy. I once sailed so far east that the sun forgot to set, and the mermaids came to the side of me boat and begged for me crew and I to come swimming, and we came to a whirlpool so wide that you couldn't sail around it without being pulled in. And so we came home. Fascinating. And the worst weather? The worst weather I ever been in? Well, me and Gypsy were. I've seen some bad weather, but the worst was probably a hurricane, just off the tip of Razor's Point. I tell you, lassie, the waves were so high, they could have been mountains, and the wind screaming like a stuck banshee, and the waves hit so hard you could see the ocean bottom, littered with whale bones and the ships of dead sailors. Wow. So he's been pretty much everywhere. A few more general questions. I'm in need of passage to the Isle of Despair. Aye. Just received word from Mr. Bates to be expecting you. Said you'd be asking for passage to that hellish place, and that I should be taking you. I don't much like the waters, nor the people there, but for Bates, I'll do it. Thank you, Captain. Shall we leave at once? Now will be as good a time as any. There be a strong easterly wind, The waters are as glassy as I've seen them in a long while. I'd not be the superstitious type, but I'd be inclined to say it'd be a good omen. I'm glad you think so. Let's be off. Nothing yet. No? Well, what are you waiting for? Alright, I'll return once I know more. Alright then. I'll be waiting here on the deck for you to return. And that's it. He's got nothing else. There's nothing on the boat. Looks like we got a settlement here. This guy's wearing plate armor like we are. I do not know you, half-orc, nor do I wish to. Many pardons, sir. Might I ask you a question? I don't like you, but as long as you don't get uppity, I suppose I could answer a question or two. I'm looking for the Black Mountain clan. Can you help me? Clan? I don't know any clans. Around here. You need to speak with Torvald about that. Torvald, who's he? Torvald is the leader of this enclave. He settles all disputes within its walls. But to get to see him, you'll need to talk to Ogden, his guard, first. Can I go inside now? Females are always welcome here. You can go in, but first you need to hear the rules. There are only 2 of them. You can do anything you want, as long as it doesn't interfere with anyone else. And in the event of any dispute, Torvald is the final word. You've been most gracious. One more thing I must warn you about wandering outside of the encampment here. Why is that? We've lost quite a few people to a sorceress beast that defies our guns. I myself saw a man eaten alive by the beast when his gun misfired. Where is this beast? I'll kill it for you, for a price. We think it lives north of here. That is all we know. You will have to track it yourself to find its lair. We have a powerful magical amulet we'll give you for killing it, but I can't tell you what power it holds. It has never been identified. It's a deal. Okay. He said north. Well, let's deal with that before we go inside. Ooh. Wow, I stepped on a trap. Another one. I really need to level up my spot trap skill. Okay, so coming this way didn't help us. We'll have to go around this way. Let's save first. Now let's see if that beast is all it's cracked up to be. Ah, I see. Tracks. Ooh. Temporal Crusher, level 29. Only 20% hit chance. 0, 20, 0. What the heck? 40. It still says there's an obstacle in the way. Done. We get the ring, gauntlets, unidentified. What did you pick up? The battered wooden shield. Alright. If we put it on the ground now, you'll just pick it up again. This behavior our companions have of picking up items, it's handy for finding items that you can't see on the ground. But it's annoying because you have to keep managing their inventory because they keep picking up junk. I've dispatched the sorceress beast for you. Spectacular. Our small community thanks you. Here's a token of our appreciation. Do you have time for more questions? No questions, actually. Okay. Unidentified necklace. This is way bigger than a normal necklace. It's 4 tiles. Well, we gotta start asking around about the Mountain Clan. Hello, sir. Might I ask who you are? I am called Norian, out here on the Isle. Nothing more, nothing less. Greetings. What is it you do around here, Norian? Try to keep to myself mostly. When I'm not doing that, I brew a little potato moonshine. Potatoes are about the only thing that'll grow on this godforsaken island. I see. Must be quite a demand for strong drink out here. You can say that again, lass. Not much else to take a man's mind off things. Makes me right popular around here as well. Most of the men come here when they've got something to trade. Speaking of, he looks you over, considering. I might have a job for you, if you're looking for work. What sort of work are you talking about, Norian? It's not a difficult piece of work. I trade with an old man by the name of Maximilian, who lives out in the wilds beyond the village wall. Old Max ain't a bad sort, but dangerous. You know what I mean? I've owed him a jug of moonshine for a fortnight, but with all of the men disappearing, I've been scared to go out and take it to him. What do you mean? Who's been disappearing? Is that because of the beast? You should talk to the guard at the gate. Yep. We have men who go out every day to gather supplies for the camp, and lately a few of them have disappeared. Not a trace of them could be found. So I've been scared to deliver the moonshine to old Maximilian. Perhaps I might be of assistance. You're a braver soul than I, if you're willing to face whatever's out there. Old Max might not even be alive, and I don't want to make him mad if he is. If you take this jug out to him, I'll give you a jug of your own. You'll never know what some you never know what some of old Norian's moonshine is worth. I'll do so in return. That's grand. Here's the moonshine. He hands you a jug. And here's where old Maximilian was living the last time I saw him. He points to a place on your map. Tell Maximilian to give you a note confirming the delivery. You bring that back, I'll give you a jug for yourself. Norian's potato moonshine. Okay, let's handle that then. The home of Maximilian. Thank you, Virgil. Really nice that you can just remove poison now.
What is it that you want of me? What can I answer?
Huh? No, strangely, he doesn't have poison. But he still healed my poison somehow. Okay. Knock knock. Anyone home? A half-orc deigns to talk to me. Ooh, this guy's level 45. Sir, is there any way for gentlemen to speak to one another? He considers you a moment, then declines his head to you. I see you're an individual of class and good breeding. My assessment of you was wrong, and I'm sorry. That's not a problem, sir. Might I ask who you are? The man before you is old, but still holds himself with strength and dignity. He seems to take all of you in at once, weighing what he sees before him. My name is Maximilian. A pleasure, Maximilian. Might I ask you a few questions? I've brought you a jug of moonshine from Norian. You have? I see that Norian hadn't the backbone to deliver it himself. Maximilian laughs. Not that I can blame him. The wilds are no place to be risking your neck for a jug of potato wine. I appreciate it, stranger. I'm sure he wants a receipt? Of course. Here you go. You can make moonshine from potatoes? I don't know. What do I know? I don't even know how normal alcoholic beverages are made. Might I ask you a few questions? Of course. What are you doing out here? That's my business, madam. The Isle of Despair is no place to be asking a man about his past. I recommend you mind your own business. Every man has his secrets. Believe me, I understand. He seems a little surprised. He gives you a shrewd look, making a new appraisal. You're right. Please forgive my short-sightedness. No doubt you've things of value to share as well. Perhaps you and I might have something to speak of after all. I'd enjoy that. Tell me of yourself, Maximilian. Perhaps now is a good time to tell stories. But forgive me if I'm a little leery of companionship. I've spent many years out here in the wilds by myself. Might I ask you to tell me of yourself before I begin? Well, it's risky for us to go blabbing because we've got a whole organization of assassins after us. But this guy is out here in the middle of nowhere. I think it's safe to tell him. It began not long ago. He is silent for a long time. Then, it seems grave times have come to Arcanum. And somehow, you've become entangled in her problems. You're a brave soul, madam. You are those who would do the things you've done. I just want people to stop trying to kill me. We've all our reasons, I suppose. I'm not meant to judge one way or another. But I do note that in the end, a person is the sum of his or her actions. You will be weighed in the same manner. Why don't you tell me your story, Maximilian? Yes, it is long past time that someone know my tale. Tell me, friend, do you know of anything of the kingdom of Cumbria? Our capital city of Denholm, King Praetor the First. It just so happens that we do know a bit of them. I've been there. I see. The Cumbria I speak of was a much different place. Far different than what it is today, I'm sure. I speak of a time when Cumbria was a powerful kingdom, when the elves and dwarves would come to her walls to pay tribute to her king, when the banners of the famed dragon knights were a thing to be respected and feared. I've seen Cumbria, it falls far from what you describe. No, there's no doubt that Cumbria is but a shadow of her former glory. The day came long ago when her fate was sealed. The day when technology began to rival magic, when the old ways began to fall to the new. What happened? Did Cumbria resist that change? Yes, and vehemently. The king at the time, Thorin, was a wise and brave man, but set in his ways. Maximilian smiled sadly. He was cut from sterner stuff, but he was like stone, unwavering but inflexible. He failed to see how Cumbria needed to grow, to change. And so? And so he passed laws outlawing the use of technology in his lands and set a ruling council of mage advisors at his side. For years, Cumbria was still very strong and influential, but it was only a matter of time. What happened? Well, Cumbria was surpassed, both in commerce and in power. When mighty Torrent demanded the release of certain disputed lands, Cumbria was taught a harsh lesson. The armies of Cumbria were slaughtered, the dragon knights cut down by gun and cannon fire. The glory of older days was lost. And what of King Thorin? What happened to him? Maximilian looks to the horizon. He is far away. He was killed. He led the final charge of the dragon knights and was shot as any common soldier, unwavering and brave to the end. I see. What does all of this have to do with you, Maximilian? He seems to come to himself, looking back at you. With the death of Thorin came a power struggle. There were those who believed that Cumbria should embrace the new age, to seek a better way, to make her powerful again. But others thought differently. Yes, some people cannot see the answer, even when it is laid before them in the form of a dead king. Thorin had 2 sons. The older son believed in the new ways, and the younger son believed in nothing. And so the Mage Council that Thorin had put in place put their influence behind the younger son. Wasn't the older son heir to the throne by birthright? We've heard of this before. So he's the older son, and this is where he's been exiled to. Yes, but man will create all manner of evil in pursuit of power. The Mage Council, who controlled the younger son, brought false allegations against the older son, charging him with treason. He was taken in the night and sent away to rot in prison for the rest of his days. The older son, by the gods. Our character finally gets it. That 15 intelligence score at work? Yes, stranger, the older son was me. I was sent here by my own brother, King Praetor the First of Cumbria. And I've been here ever since. I don't know what to say. I have no words. No words are necessary, friend. You've done enough to sit here and listen to my story. I've made peace with my past. Life here on the island is harsh, but a man learns to live with himself, to accept what life brings. But it was so unfair. Perhaps I could bring you home. No, my time in Cumbria has passed. If my brother lives, I'm sure he has paid the price due him. He was young and foolish. When one is a king, life is unforgiving when you live so. But Cumbria, perhaps the kingdom still needs you. He looks at you, then away to the west. I can still feel her, you know. The stone walls of Durnholm, the rolling hills and vales, the trumpet blast of the dragon knights marching to battle. I wake up sometimes, and I forget where I am. Come back with me, Maximilian. It's not too late. He looks back again. Perhaps. I will ask you this, friend. The captain of the dragon knights was a man named Warren Peldar. He was my one true friend. If he still lives, and cares to do so, tell him I am here, and that I'd enjoy once more the pleasure of his company. I already know of Warren Peldar. Tell him of Liliana. Right. Warren is dead, his daughter is alive. Sorrow passes over his face. So my old friend is dead. He shall be missed. But this Liliana, his daughter, you say. Tell me, what is she like? She is a warrior, like her father. I see, he smiles. Perhaps Cumbria still has a burning heart. If you wish, go to Liana Peldar and tell her I'm here. Who knows what will come of such things? You see a hard look come over his face. A proud look. I will, Maximilian. I swear to you. I would greatly appreciate it, friend. Good luck to you, wherever your travels might take you. Goodbye, friend. Perhaps one day we'll meet again. So now we've got a new quest. Find Warren Liana Peldar of Cumbria and tell her that Maximilian still lives on the Island of Despair. Simple enough. We've got the note. And we've arrived in the middle of the night. Hopefully he's awake. He is. Deliver the moonshine. Here's the note. You made it. I'm glad to see it. I appreciate the help, friend. Here's your jug of moonshine. He hands it to you. Good luck. May I ask what someone like such as yourself is doing here? My name is Cynthia Boggs. I was born here. The man who envisioned this hell for those who refused to adapt to their society, neglected to provide for the offspring of the convicted. This is scandalous. You've been here your whole life? Yes, it was not a bad life, as it were, until my mother died last year. She kept the worst of it from me. Since her passing, I have become abused and treated like common property. Oof, right. Well, the people here aren't very nice. Can't you speak with Torvald about this? Torvald will not listen to my tale. He is only concerned with the affairs of men. Women are beneath his concern. He is a dwarf, after all. I'm not going to begrudge her for a bit of racism, considering her circumstances, and the fact that Torvald doesn't seem to care. Yours is a most distressing tale. What can be done about this? He looks around to see if anyone else could possibly overhear what she's about to tell you next. There is a tribe of nomadic women on this island who have cast off the shackles of oppression these men have tried to impose on them. If I could escape from here, I believe they would allow me to join them. A tribe of Amazons. What could I do to help? If you could speak with their leader, Loria, they might come and rescue me. It would be my pleasure to help you. Oh, bless you. Show me your map. She marks your map. Here is the location of the tribe as far as I know. How do you know all this information? My mother used to tell me tales of these women when I was younger. She told me to escape and live with them if anything ever happened to her. Why don't you simply leave? I'm not allowed to leave the encampment. I've tried before, but they always catch me. And then the punishment. She begins to cry. I'm truly sorry. I'll get you out of here as soon as possible. Yikes. Let's do this to help her and then finish our business on this island before they decide to do the same thing to us. I mean, we've got Thog with us. That's probably a little discouraging for them. What brings you to our tribe, sister? Are you here to join us? I'm here to help a poor woman who wishes to join with you. Why has she sent you? Why is she not here herself? She is not able to escape from the southern encampment. You were able to escape. We do not need those that cannot fend for themselves. What message would you have me bring to her then? Tell her it is better to die fighting than to live in captivity. Hmm. So they're not much better then. I don't believe that is the answer she was looking for. I feel for her. But out here, feelings mean nothing. I can give you this old pistol to bring to her. She hands you an old rusty pistol. Tell her to use it to escape, if she means to join up with us. Charging the gates with that pistol would be suicide. Such is life. Is there anything else? May I ask about you? What is your story? I will not discuss things of that sort with outsiders. Yikes. This is a shitty weapon. Okay, so the women seem a little better than the encampment. By comparison, nothing else. Oof. Okay, that didn't go well. Yep, we lost beauty. We're scarred again. It's nighttime, which might be the perfect time to try and help her escape. But before we do that, let's see if we can find a shop to sell off our things. What is it you do around here? The name is Jones. Jones the Collector, they call me out here. Hello, why do they call you the Collector? Because that's what I do, girl. I collect things. All sorts of things, all shapes and sizes and tastes and colors. If it's to be had on the aisle, old Jones has got it. Get me, girl? Ain't no one knows better about the getting of things than Jones the Collector. I think I get the picture, Jones. Do you trade as well? Does an ogre's breath smell like yesterday's catch? Trade? Girl, I've been trading longer than you've been asking stupid questions. Jones laughs, slapping his knee. The object rings and clangs as he moves. The objects ring and clang as he moves. I'm just joking with you, girl. But yes, I know a fair bit about trade and trading. What sort of things have you been collecting lately? Oh, just about everything that washed up on the shore. Old forks and rusted pipes and the occasional shoe or boot. You looking for shoes? I got shoes you wouldn't believe. None of them match, but out here, wait. He seems to remember something. You new around here, girl. Looking to earn some goods, make a trade? It's a possibility. What did you have in mind? Well, I've been trying to get someone to go down to Shades Beach for the last few months. There's something really strange down there, and from what I've been told, plenty of things that a man like me might be interested in. What do you mean by strange? What's down there? There's a few mage types around here. They say that just getting within earshot of the place screws up all their spells. Something down there that just don't agree with magic. Plus, old Dietrich brought me back a weapon from there the likes I never seen. I'd go down myself, but they say it's crawling with beasts and whatnot. What are you offering if I go down there? He squints, thinking. I'll tell you what. You bring back some objects from the beach, and if you find something good, I'll trade you that weapon I told you about. God knows I can't make heads or tails of it. Okay, I'll do so. Now, here's where the beach is. He points to a place on your map. Good luck to you. Can't wait to see what you dig up. Well, we can't trade with him. If there's a shop on this island, I think this is Torvald's home. If there's a shop on this island, it's not him. In fact, it doesn't seem to be anywhere. Well, dang. All right. I have returned to help you escape. Have you spoken with Loria? Are they not going to come rescue me themselves? They want nothing to do with those who cannot help themselves. She looks crestfallen. I suppose they are right. I should be able to extricate myself from my bonds if I'm to be welcomed amongst them. Let me help you. It is a dangerous trek to their camp. You would do that for me? I thank you and humbly accept your offer of help. Follow me. I'll find some way to get you out of here. Thank you again, good woman. You're welcome. Oh, well, that was very simple. Here you can have the gun. Don't really have anything we need. We can't see our stats. She's level 20, but the rest of the gang is already super high level. Well, not super high level, significantly high level. Uh-oh. Hmm. Nice, Cynthia. I'll take the rest of your bullets. It's only 5, but... This is the woman I told you about. She wishes to join you. Thank you for helping her, even though I am not sure it was in her best interest. As I said before, she will be dead if she cannot fend for herself out here. So you will let her join you. She may stay with us. Yes, many thanks. Thank you for bringing me here. I'll never forget your help. You're welcome. Good luck. I think you can also just get her off the island if you take her with you to the ship. She doesn't stay as a permanent follower, though. We gain the ligament from doing that. I wanna be evil. Ah well. Again with the spiders. Red spider. Zero fatigue. Okay. So we can now focus on this one instead. We found a schematic. It's some sort of fish-like submarine, I think, or a robot. Let's take ancient filament. What does this teach? We were told we had to bring it back. A gun. Bronwick's gun. Ancient gun chassis and mithril ore. This schematic is printed on a strange sort of paper and looks to be very old. The writing is faded almost beyond recognition. Bronwick's powerful chassis, unparalleled design, chemical properties of mithril, violent reactions, controlled destruction, gunsmiths of Vendigroth. There's another schematic here. We were told to bring these back. Reanimator. This schematic is printed on a strange sort of paper and looks to be very old. The writing is faded almost beyond recognition. Experiments upon the life force, regenerative chemical compounds, unbelievable results. Completely revived and functioning normally. Advances. Vendigrothian science. So I think this item can be used to bring people back to life. Ancient looking glass. We definitely might want to make a few of those. Ancient pocket watch. Skull Crusher Fire Immune. So was that just it? Just these 3 items? With ancient on the name.
What is it that you want?
You guys picked up anything? Ancient gears. Okay, let's head back. It's probably not enough to get us to the next level. This is the wrong place. This is the wrong place. I found some objects on Shade's Beach. Let's see what you got. Found this. Ancient gears. That looks like a good trade. Done. I'll take it and you can have the weapon. Been a pleasure working with you. And with you as well, Jones. Good day. What? So he doesn't want the rest? Where's the weapon?
What is it that you...
Oh, here. Ancient gun chassis. That's the thing we need to make Bronwyn's gun. Super. Now I think this is a fighting pit. This guy must be the one who organizes it. What does a half-orc want with me? Do you know where I could find the Black Mountain clan? That is a dwarven clan, is it not? Yes. You will not find them here, madam. Your time would be better spent searching the mountains of the mainland. You haven't seen any dwarves? There is only one dwarf who resides here in this dreadful place. Torvald. Some would say he is the leader of the poor souls of this island. Tell me more about this fellow. Torvald? He has been here for a very long time. Longer than any of us. He may be able to supply you with the answers you seek. Where can I find him? Torvald resides behind these doors. Only a select few are allowed an audience. It is my charge to filter out those undeserving of the honor. He might be able to help me. I must speak with him. I have a very specific rule I am pledged to follow. No one enters without first proving themselves on the field of battle, so to speak. The field of battle? The field of battle in this instance would be the pit. Barbaric, but effective in detouring the undesirable element. The pit. The island is sorely lacking in any kind of entertainment, so the men invented their own barbaric form, pit fighting. I must prove myself in the pit, win a fight? Yes. If you are interested, go speak with Gorin, the pit master. He will arrange a fight if you wish. Winning in the pit is the only way to get to see Torvald. I am afraid so. No offense, but you seem very articulate for an ogre. No offense perceived. In actuality, I am but a half-ogre. Never having had contact with either of my parents, I do not have any information as to the specific nature of my lineage. You never knew your parents? No, I have a vague recollection of the orphanage though. But something about the memory seems a bit peculiar. What seems peculiar about it? It is a most strange thing. As I remember it, all the other children were half-ogres, like myself. What's wrong with that? It is very rare that a human and an ogre would mate. And most of the time, these couplings were the result of force. If there were significant numbers of rapes being committed by ogres, I believe the newspapers would have been overflowing with calls to eradicate ogres. I have noticed that many city gnomes use half-ogre servants. Yes, that is very strange. I even worked for a gnome for a number of years. Did you work for gnomes your whole life before coming here? No. From a very early age, I remember working in a printer's shop from the early morning hours to well into the evening. I would then retire to the storage room where I was allowed to rest for a few hours. The next day, I would be up before daybreak to start again. That sounds truly distressing. How long did you work there for? I have no way to gauge how long I spent in that miserable shop. Eventually, I was rescued by a well-to-do gnome who made a big show about paying the printmaster a sum of money for the inconvenience. I now recognize this as the accepted way to buy and sell individuals. I worked for Mr. Chaplain until I was sent here. Why were you sent here? Mr. Chaplain did not wish to have a savage serving his guests, so he hired a tutor for me. Miriam was her name. I never knew that servants could be kind, or even what kindness was until I met her. She taught me for 3 years until I began to ask too many questions. What happened then? The more I questioned, the more agitated Mr. Chaplain became. Early one morning, the constable came to the house and escorted me away. I didn't even see Mr. Chaplin. My fate did not become evident until I was on the ship coming here. Why did they send you here? People don't like their property to ask too many difficult questions. Being an influential gnome, it was a simple matter for him to have me shipped here. I believe I was perceived as a potential agitator of the workers. Uh huh. Well, that gnome was a piece of shit. So the pit is the only way to gain audience with Torvald? I am afraid so. The old man before you is lean and scarred. Watch your step there, lass. This ain't the place for a weak spine. Perhaps you'd better move on. Really? And who might you be to think so? He regards you silently, then breaks into a smile. It's the spirit girl. You might just have a little backbone yet. I'm called Gorin, master of the pit. What's your business here? Just taking a look around, Gorin. What is this pit? This here be the pit, lass. If there's a problem between two inmates here on the island, this is usually where it's resolved. Here, or by Thorvald Two Stones. Men do a lot of gambling on the outcomes. There's a few men and women who make their way on the island by fighting here all the time. What do we need to know, lass? What do you do here, Gorin? Me? I'm the master of this pit. Used to be a fighter many years ago. I oversee all of the fights. Make sure no one goes in there who ain't supposed to be. I've been loyal to Torvald for a long time, and he takes care of his own. I'm looking for some dwarves. Who might I see about that? Dwarves? The only dwarf around here is Torvald Two Stones. And even if there was more, old Torvald is the only one that would matter. Who's Torvald Two Stones? He's the one who runs things on this island. Though, little dwarf, tough little dwarf, been here longer than any of us. And no one questions what he says. Got a big half ogre named Ogden Big Fists to make sure it stays that way. I'd like to schedule a fight. Really now. Ogden sent you over here to fight lass. I don't know if that means he likes you or hates you. The old man laughs, heartily. No matter. We'll see soon enough what you're made of. You'll be fighting with whatever you got on you. Other than that, there ain't no rules. Only one man walks out of the pit, missy. Are you ready to fight? I'll remember that, Gorin. I'm ready. Send me in. Oh, I didn't tell you? You go into the pit alone, lad. You can't be bringing your friends down there. Uh-oh. They'll have to wait until you're done fighting. Come back when you're ready. Okay, stay. Please wait here, Sog.
What is it that you want of me? Yes, of course. I don't like...
Oh, I didn't get to loot him. That's okay, he didn't have much. Congratulations, lass. Borag was one of our toughest fighters. You did well in there. Will you be off to speak with Torval right away? Aren't there any real fighters around here, Gorin? Ha! You're a true pit dog if I've ever seen one. Go back in. There'll be another fighter waiting for you. Huh. Strange. We Didn't get any sound down there. Let me trade you some stuff. 10 to 15 sword. Speed 20. That's pretty cool. Here, carry some of this stuff. Oh. Uh-oh. It seems these gloves are potentially cursed. And Sog is too dumb to know not to put them on. There we go. You've won again! Are you looking to test your mettle once again? Of course. If you've any fighters to challenge me. Ah, you're a true pit dog if I've ever seen one. Ah, these guys are easy. You won again. Are you looking to test your mettle once again? Sure. Whoa. I'm not hitting this guy at all. He's got major dodge skills. Oh, wow. Rusty broadsword. Not sure I want that. I've never seen anything like it. You're a mad dog, a maniac. The pit has never seen a more fearsome fighter. Who's next, Corin? No one will be fool enough to fight you, lass. You've beaten all of our best. I'd say that makes you the champion. I'm thinking that men out there are going to be staying out of your way. As well they should. Good day to you, Lauren. Well, we sure showed them, didn't we?
What is it that you want? I'm ready to... What is it that you want? What can I answer for you?
I was victorious in the pit. May I enter now? Go on in. He hands you a key. That decreased his reaction. He didn't like that for some reason. Maybe because we killed way more people than we needed to. Leave me alone. Your drivel pains me, half-breed. Can I speak with you? What do you want? And make it quick. Are you the only dwarf on this island? I'm the only dwarf that has ever been on this island. Period. But where is the rest of the Black Mountain clan? Are you an idiot? What does any of this have to do with the Black Mountain clan? I am not of them. So where is the Black Mountain clan? Any fool knows that the Black Mountain clan resides in the northernmost region of the Stonewall Mountains. Any fool but you, obviously. I've been there. It is deserted. That is strange. But why is it you believe that they are here? A dwarven hermit told me that the clan was banished here. What exactly did he tell you? Tell him Gudmund's story of the banishment. The whole clan gone, dwarves involving themselves with magics. The whole tale is preposterous. Nonetheless, I must find the Black Mountain clan. Have you spoken to the Wheel clan about this? No, I haven't. Do you know where I could find them? There are two things you will need. I'll tell you all you need to know for a price. What is it you want? 1,500 coins and your word that you will let my clan know that I am here will buy the information that you need. So be it. The Wheel clan is located here. He marks your map. You will also need to get a pair of spectacles with lenses made of pure crystal to be able to see the entrance. Where can I find spectacles such as that? That's your problem. Besides, you're not even going to get off this island. Alive anyway. Why do you say that? Do you really think you can land a boat on this island with no one knowing about it? I'm sure that it's already been captured and your captain thrown to the sharks. If that's the case, wouldn't it be in your interest to help me? I doubt that, friend. I only remain the leader around here so long as I keep the men's respect. If they thought I was working against them, I would be disposed just as quick as the next fellow. I'm sure it's nothing I can't handle. Good day to you. Yeah? Good luck. You'll need it. Could I speak with you? Yes, what is it you wish to know? How did you end up here? I was defending the honor of my clan. The bloated, thick-headed gnomes and their laws had me shipped off to this rock. I'm sure they had their reasons. What did you do? I was in a pub minding my own affairs when I overheard the gnomish merchant mouthing off about how the Wheel clan was just a bunch of cheap, worthless ditch diggers. I confronted him and told him to apologize. He would not. Instead, he let his liquor do his talking for him, so I let my fist do mine. I mean, I don't think that warrants being exiled to an island. It only took one solid hit and he was gone. Gone. Weak-necked bastards. Oh, okay. Now I see. The next day I was shipped off to this rock. Well, that was unfortunate, I suppose. He's got the spectacles. But how do I get them? I need to go to the Wheel clan. Okay, so I'll have to get the spectacles out of him somehow. Maybe he's got an extra pair in one of his chests. Ah, I see. Captain Teach has been busy. Ahoy, lassie. What have you found about the Black Mountain clan? Plenty. But what happened here, Captain? Who are these men? Bloody inmates thought they'd come out here and play at being swashbucklers. As if old Teach is going to let a bunch of scurvy landlubbers aboard the Gypsy Shadow. I just gave him what was coming to him, lassie. Nicely done, Captain. No, I don't want to leave. No. I won't be sad to leave this place behind. Looks like we'll be heading back to Ashbury then. Ah, shit. No, I don't want to leave. Well, I think we just screwed up. Can we get the spectacles guy to... Can you make some custom spectacles for me, Mr. Pierce? Custom spectacles? I am quite capable of making such items. What, may I ask, are your needs? I need a pair from Catherine Crystal. Well, it is not often that I am asked for such a pair, but yes, I can manufacture those. But it is a delicate task, working with Catherine Crystal. I will have to charge you 1,000 coins for such a pair, and you would need to provide the crystal, of course. Also, I get to keep any remaining shards of crystal. Is this agreeable to you? Okay, so we have to get one of those. This guy won't trade with us. We have a crystal in the Panari Crypt. So, okay. We haven't screwed ourselves over yet. Didn't we give the moonshine to Maximilian? Oh, wait, never mind. We've got the crystal here. Outstanding.
What is it that you want of me?
Picked up the shield again. Come on. Let's get the spectacles. Very good, very good. He pauses for a moment, thinking. This should not take long. Please wait here for them. He busies himself, carefully shaving the crystal, slowly shaping it into a pair of lenses, and fitting them into spectacle frames that he had in supply. Ah yes, here they are. A very fine pair, if I do say so myself. We got it. Let's see. What does the weapon salesman have? Bullets? No. But yep, there's nothing he wants to buy. Okay, let's go identify our items. Baneful gauntlets. Yep, they poison. Dagger of speed. Eh. Charmed ring. Looks alright, but I don't think I really need it. Maybe Virgil can make
What
use
is
of
it that
it?
you want of me?
Nah. Fine. We're done here. There's the Wheel Clan. But I want to stop by the round first. Maybe Bates will want the progress report. New level. We can get the healing jacket now. We need 19 to get the Tesla rod. This guy won't buy anything.
What is it that you want of me?
Let's go see the junk dealer. He'll usually buy anything. The problem with him is that he doesn't have a lot of money. This, I think there's a quest where you use this. The book, I'm not sure. Oh. 10 to 15 is pretty good, but no fatigue damage. And I get electric damage as well. Speed 20 is pretty good. Yeah, nah. I'll sell it. Now we have to go identify this. $29,000 XP. It's gonna be a while. Serpentine necklace. Poison heal rate 2. Bad reaction adjustment -5. Take it. Let's go talk to Master Bates. Yeah. Ooh, wait, let me stop by the shop just to see if he's got new recipes. He doesn't, but he's got salt pattern. Oh, and the large capacitor. But I need 90 herbology to do the reanimator. That's gonna be a while. How much money do I have? A ton. I've got a ton of money. So I could buy a bunch of manuals now. My intelligence is 17 now. So I would need 5 or 6 manuals to be able to reach 90. Let's do it. I think it's helpful to have a reanimator on our inventory, just in case.
You have returned. Tell me, what news?
They aren't on the Isle of Despair. They were never there.
What manner of fiendish plot is afoot here? Are you certain of this?
Hey, I did find something, though. Wasn't a complete waste of time. I spoke with a dwarf who had been there for 100 years.
Gods, this is disastrous. What are we to do now?
I'm on my way to talk to Logair of the Wheel Clan.
Yes. That is our logical next step. Tell me, is there anything I can do to help you?
You forgot to pay me for searching the Isle of Despair?
Ah, the vagaries of the elderly mind. Pardon my forgetfulness. Here is the gold.
I will return after I gain an audience with Logair. Uncle Pennybags over here. He's making it rain. Really happy to be working for him. I'm almost going to feel bad for when I inevitably betray him. Because we're still gonna steal his journal and give him to Mr. Appleby. But not right now. We can still milk him for a few more payments. That's 3, 4, 5. And right, not quite. We still need a 6th one. Now I'd also like a leather armor. Let's stop by the blacksmith, see if he sells one. I don't think the guard leather will do it. It has to be an actual piece of leather armor. This is the gun guy. Bullets. Tranquilizer gun. In most cases, a sleeping guard attracts less attention than one with an entrance wound in his forehead. Enter the tranquilizer gun. The combination of the marksman's rifle and the sleep aid, this fortuitous little firearm renders the victim unconscious without the unavoidable mess of conventional firearms. They'll be dreaming instead of screaming. So this is for a pacifist run, I guess. Mechanical dagger, envenomed axe, electro armor. Yeah, I'll take a look. But the thing we wanted, it ain't here. Well, dang. Mechanical dagger. Clock parts, fine steel dagger. Has nature or nurture left you limp-wristed? Don't have the vim or the verve to drive home the killing blow? Then the mechanical dagger is for you. Made by combining a fine steel dagger and clock parts, this technological wonder makes every strike a fatal one. Unbelievable. Envenomed axe. Is the old faithful axe on its last leg? Then the envenomed axe is just the thing you need. By combining the featherweight axe and poison, you can have a weapon that's reliable in close combat and that makes sure they stay down even from the most negligible of flesh wounds. Electro armor. There are many deadly weapons available today, and the intelligent technologist must armor himself accordingly. Electro armor was created with this very thought in mind. A combination of an electrical harness and plate mail, there is no better defense against electrical onslaughts. And stylish as well. We can get a basic plate mail. Oof, it's expensive. And we don't have room. We need to go and dump some stuff. Actually, let's go to the junk dealer. We need to find that leather armor for sale somewhere. Not here. Maybe the general store? The healing jacket just would really come in handy for passive healing. Here we go. We're blowing out all of our money, but we're making a lot of useful items. So it is quite worth it. Let's dump these books. These crafting materials that we no longer need. Electrical harness. It's the only one we've got. All right. Need that extra bit of vim and vigor, vim and verve while out adventuring? Look no further than the healing jacket. Similar to the charged ring, this wonderful piece of technology utilizes the body's own electrical impulses to achieve an increased rate of healing and regeneration. And stylish as well. Yeah, compared to the machine plate, not as good, but at least no negative electrical resistance, accelerated healing. It looks just like the basic one, but it's something that's nice to have in our pockets. Now we're gonna need another electrical harness. So let's go to the gadget shop, see if they sell one. Unfortunately, they don't. Dang. At least we got rid of the scar. Does the junk seller have an electrical harness? Perhaps. Nope. I suppose that would have been too much to ask for. Let's check out the criminal guy. Also no. He does have light-fingered gauntlets. They're magic, but I think the bonus to pickpocket still works. Yeah, these might come in handy at some point. And we'll buy the plate mail as well and stash it away. That is a lot of money we're spending. And we'll probably not even use the electric plate. But I kind of want to make it. Just to see what it looks like. Let's drop off the stuff we don't need. We should take these things for selling as well. The junk dealer is the only one I found who will give us money for them. He only has a few coins left. Okay. Well, we've sold something, at least. We can put the rest of the stuff away. Next time, maybe. Next time. We're going to the Wheel Clan next. And I'm sure we'll find a lot of loot there to sell. Technically, I'm still encumbered. I guess because the jacket has got some weight to it. The reanimator is heavy. Wow. Well, we'll just have to live with it. And that's it. We're ready to go to the Wheel Clan. I'll just do one last thing for today. I'll check the general store over here. I've never bought anything here. I don't know, maybe today is the day. Ooh, advanced flamethrower. Out of my price range, just barely. Okay, so today is not the day. We're not buying anything. Just overpowered weapons for sale. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed our little trip to the Isle of Despair. And tomorrow, we're going to the Wheel Clan. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.